is Ray Parker. I play Snake Eyes and Darth Maul, and you're watching Reality Check TV. Check it out.
One of my favorite actors right here, the mighty Ray Park. I understand there's a new G.I. Joe movie coming out, so tell us about that.
Yeah, that's right. It's June 29th this year. G.I. Joe Retaliation, and I reprised my role as Snake Eyes again.
How cool is that?
Very cool. It's very cool that they asked me to come back and do it. You know, you get signed up to do, you know, sequels and stuff, and you wonder.
You never really know, right?
You never know, yeah. But Snake Eyes is one of those characters that I always want to play, regardless, no matter what. And as for like Darth Maul or any of the other characters that I played, so I'm really excited that this movie is really good, and I like it. I loved working on it. Busted my backside on it. It was great. So it was good.
You're a very physical actor. I mean, you do a lot of your own stunts, don't you?
I try to. You know, it's hard to be in 4 or 5 places at the same time, and sometimes it's just not, you know, possible to do everything. But I'm always willing to do everything. So I got into acting or into physical acting just to I wanted to be like Jackie Chan. I wanted to be like all the guys that I grew up watching that I believed did everything. And I wanted to be like Lee Majors, the Fall Guy, you know.
Nice. Oh yes, the Fall Guy.
You know?
Great show that.
Yeah, I just wanted to be that guy doing it, you know, because
that was kind of how you kind of got into it originally, right? You were more doing stunts and stuff.
Well, I didn't want to be a stuntman. I just knew I wanted to be in movies doing everything, but in front of camera and doing the acting stunts. But as a kid, you don't know these things, you know. And but all I knew about was Hong Kong movies, Jackie Chan, you know, action, you know, martial artists who do stunts, but they also act in front of camera. And then I got my first job on Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and that was as utility stunts, or, you know, just being there to rehearse with the other actors. So I wasn't a qualified stuntman on that. And I knew on that movie that, oh yeah, it'd be great to be a stuntman because it's all the action, but I really want to do it in front of camera for myself.
Right, you want to act.
Yeah, it was because I had to hide my face. There's a skill into doing that, and into making your actor look really good.
Yes.
And maybe being a bit selfish, but I wanted to have it for myself, and I got very lucky that I got Darth Maul, and. So I'm a physical actor, you know. It's just. So
tell us briefly, how did Darth Maul how did that role come to you?
Nick Gillard, the stunt coordinator, he called me and said he'd heard about what I'd done on Mortal Kombat Annihilation, because apparently I impressed a lot of people at the time because I was 20, 21, and
raw, you're hungry.
Yeah, I was just got back from Malaysia. I was there for 4 months training, and so I was just ready. I was ready for a change in my life. And he was really nice, and he said, I'd like you to come in and work with us for 5 days. We want to shoot a fight to Shaw George, and they're looking for someone to play Darth Maul. And you never know, you might get it, but if you don't get it, I'll bring you on and help you out. And so in the back of my mind, I was like, I hope they don't bring someone else on. I want to get it.
I want that role.
And I never thought in a million years that they would come to me, you know? Like, you know when you think, that's never going to happen to me. I'm never going to get that. And then Darth Maul was just something, as soon as I saw pictures of him, I just knew exactly what I wanted to do. And Nick and I just had a great relationship, and he's very supportive. And then he introduced me to George and Rick McCallum and everyone. I was like, wow, this is a good sign. So I did a little audition for dialogue, and then, which was totally rubbish. I was, you know, completely.
You really speak.
Yeah, it was just one of those, you know, you're not prepared. You know, I'd never auditioned in my life or anything like that. And then he brought me in, and we just worked on the fights, and I you know, then George saw me and he says, yeah, I want this guy.
Awesome.
That's my story, but you know.
And some of those action sequences are among the best in all of the Star Wars films.
It was a lot of fun. We worked really hard on it, you know, like it was
hours and hours.
Well, yeah, we were there full days, you know, 10 to 12 days, but it was fun, you know. But we worked, you know, it was, when you're doing something you love, it doesn't matter, but it is good, you know, like it's great to do something you love, and
that led to Toad.
Of course, yeah.
That is really cool. I love the way you played that character. That's a tough one to play.
It was because everyone was so impressed with Darth Maul, and I didn't want to wear prosthetics for Toad, knowing what Toad was like in the comics. So I sort of had to convince Brian a little bit, you know. Yeah, because I wanted to show more of my face, because the big thing was about, oh, you're always in makeup, and they want to see if you can do it without. So I didn't want to do something that people say, oh, that's a Darth Maul look. So I wanted to be a bit sinister, more quirky, sinister for Toad. But it was only halfway through filming that I became comfortable in myself with the character, that then my true ideas came for Toad, which I couldn't really utilize for the film. So a part of that came out when I did the jig and the dance near the end, because that was all shot near the end. And it's just having great people around you who support you, you know? Like, I can't take all the credit. It's just that...
But you felt free enough.
Yeah. You know, Brian Singer was great. The producers were great. And, you know, they were just big fans. And, you know, I just felt like I could just be myself, you know?
Good.
Right on, man. Good seeing you again, yeah?
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.